Hey Amanda, welcome to the week. So let's take a look at how you're doing here. I really like this first front cross. You're starting your rotation when he's way back there. He's about a little bit more than halfway. So really good positioning there and letting him know that he's turning. All of that looks wonderful. And then he seems to be really getting the hang of this, getting into that far tunnel. I see you bringing up that arm before he's taking off there, so he really knows where he's going. And even from his position there, you're sending him. Look how far you can send him. He's got wonderful commitment, so that looks really, really lovely, and lets you get to where you need to go next, which becomes really important. So this looks really, really good. That front cross looks wonderful. That one too. You could have reverse spin. Maybe start that rotation a little earlier, but you're reconnecting nicely for him, showing him the wing, so that looks really, really good as well. So here's your blind cross option. So right there, really nice. You're starting that rotation about the same position he was when you were doing that front cross, and he knows exactly where he's going. You've got good connection to him there. So really happy you got that blind cross in there just to feel that difference. Same thing, tandem turn into this tunnel, looking very, very, very easy. You went a little bit deeper there. I don't know that you needed to, but sometimes that momentum just kind of carries us. So good job here, just keeping him on that outside and doing the rear cross there. And I think that rear cross turned him really nicely there. I know in your comments you said the reverse spin there worked really well, and it really did. And I think the rear cross does a nice turn there as well too. So I think that looks good. And then last one with the rear cross on the opening here, and then a tandem turn on that closing. So obviously with the rear cross here, you're kind of stuck behind, but you've got a really perfect position there. And if you're stuck behind here, it's really not such a big deal because you're easily getting him to that jump out there as well. Again, tandem into the tunnel, looking perfect. And then going with the tandem here instead of the rear cross. And I think that sets him up for also a really nice line. He knows he's turning. He's going a little wider there than the rear cross. I think with the rear cross, his line kind of went up about there, so he's a little bit off of that, but it's not a big deal. And I agree. I think that reverse spin you did on that first one had probably the nicest line to it. So that was well done. Good job. And then exercise 2 here, I know we've got lots of options here as well to figure out what to do best. So here you're starting with the whiskey, which you guys do really nicely. Sets a perfect line to that tunnel over there. And then you had plenty of time to do the blinds, so you got in there for the reverse spin. Nice and decel, so he knew you was turning. Good reconnecting to him. And sending out nicely, easy with the reverse spin there as well, and I think that really helps him come into that last jump. So this would be my only kind of critique, is this front cross here. So he is taking off, you are still moving forward. So what is that telling him? That's telling him to keep moving forward. He's landed, he's taking 1 stride, 2 strides, then you start your rotation. So if you're going to do the front cross there, it needs to be done. That is, you are rotated before he is taking off. So that front cross was just very, very late for him. Think of the front cross in relation to him and what he's doing, not in relation to where you want to be on course. So what that means is, even if you're stuck back here, which you are, I would start rotating, okay, and getting out of his way as best you can. So, because otherwise you're kind of fussing at him and making him turn. He didn't know he was turning there. So hopefully that makes sense as to that front cross position. All right, so I know you had trouble with this Japanese here, and I completely agree. I think the timing of it becomes really, really, really important. You obviously have lots of options for him. He can take the jump, go to the tunnel over there. He can take the jump and turn in to take that jump from that position. So there are just lots of options there. And I'm sure you played around with it to get this one going really, really nice for him, and it looked perfect. So well done on that. And then working the tandem here. And nice, nice, nice turning. He looked really, really good there. Good job sending, getting him in there, and then just a little bit of a false turn there in order to get him through that throttle looks good too. And then here's the wrap that you have going on. So this, he was kind of fussing at you quite a bit over, and I'm not quite sure why. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm not sure what you were doing that kind of upset him. Maybe you know more than I do there. I don't think it had to do with the reverse spin because you hadn't even started that yet, so I'm not sure why he was getting upset with you there. But it looked like you executed that nicely, and I think also with that reverse spin there, it gave, on the inside wing, I think it gave you an easier time getting there for that blind cross, so you could do the reverse spin there. I love the sending that he's doing to those tunnels. Very nice, getting him inside. And so this front cross better than the last one. So here he's taking off, you're starting to rotate. It would have been nice if you had already finished that, but much, much, much better. And you can see his line, he's just coming around that wing. Nice, tight turn. So much, much, much better than that first one. And then exercise 3 with all of our tunnel sends. And I understand why you like that other wing better. It is much easier to get to. So really perfect tunnel send. You stayed back. Calling him in, a little bit of a false turn there is nice. Letting him go. Nice sending there and collecting on the front cross. Sending to that and leaving. So it's really, really, really nice. He's committing from back here. You see that and you start leaving. You've taken a couple steps before he even enters that tunnel, and you're getting there so early. He's just exited the tunnel, and you're already at the wing waiting for him. So you got there really nice and early, so that's awesome. Really, really happy with that. And I love how early you're rotating on this forced front cross. He's still about 2 or 3 strides out, and you're already turning back. You saw the commitment to him. You know he was coming around that wing. Really, really happy with that forced front there. And that was a forced front to a Yako. I'm not sure if you had that labeled right. It doesn't really matter, but it might help giving you information as to what you did. Followed up with that blind cross is what I mean there. So really nice front cross there around the wing. Really, really lovely tunnel send again. And then here you're going to send to the forced front cross on the other wing. So nice false turn here, getting him on the inside, seeing that commitment. Good wrapping on that front cross again. He is such a good boy at turning. Really wonderful tunnel send again. You're about in the same position. You obviously don't have very far to go here, so you were kind of waiting on leaving, so that's fine. Got to position so nice, waiting there for him to exit that tunnel, which was really, really good. And this one, you did have to wait a little bit longer before you start that rotation because it's very, very, very easy for him to see you in that position and then try to come to the front of the jump like that. So you do have to wait just a little bit longer, not a big deal. And there's your forced front cross there. It worked out perfect. And then I like this path much better with you on that side for him. Just a personal preference. I don't think it really made much of a difference to him, but it looked very comfortable. Nicely done for this week. Good job.